Welcome to Mongolia. "10 million square miles for nearly 200 years. That's the vast reach of a single empire. It stretched from the heart of Europe to the farthest edges of the Pacific. Forged by warriors who rose from endless grasslands where the sky touches the earth. And then, almost overnight, it disappeared. In its wake, a world unlike any other emerged, shaped by silence, wind, and resilience. Endless steppes, brutal winters, cities that drift like clouds, and a way of life born in one of the most desolate regions on the planet. Here lies Mongolia. Not where the empire ended, but where its spirit endures. Where the impossible is not a challenge, but a way of life. Amid winters that lock the land in ice and deserts that wear down even time. Horses are more than mere animals. They are history in motion. Outnumbering the people, they've carried stories across a land so vast, a rider can journey for days without seeing a single soul. And in this vast, untamed land where nature sets the rhythm and history lives in every footstep, adventure waits beyond every horizon. From sacred peaks to endless deserts, ancient monastery to untouched lakes, Mongolia isn't just a place you visit, it's a land you feel. Join us as we travel through the heart of Mongolia. One destination at a time. Located in the southern part of Mongolia, this geological wonder lies about 156 kilometers from the Gobi provincial center. Towering 60 meters high and stretching 400 meters across, the dramatic white and orange escarpment resembles a ruined ancient city. Locals call it White Stupa out of reverence, likening its towering presence to a sacred mountain or Buddhist structure. Formed from clay and sandstone, the cliffs reveal colorful layers caused by mineral oxidation, especially iron and calcium deposits. Once part of an ancient seabed, the area now exposes sedimentary layers shaped over millions of years by erosion and time. When viewed from a distance, the cliffs appear like castle ruins or a forgotten fortress rising from the arid steppe. Strong winds often sweep the cliffs, so visitors must be cautious when standing near the steep, fragile edges. Nearby, travelers can discover unique cave formations where narrow passages suddenly open into unexpectedly spacious underground chambers. The area surrounding the cliffs offers a striking contrast of rugged terrain and resilient vegetation shaped by the harsh desert climate. Now, one of Mongolia's rising attractions, this breathtaking site continues to draw both domestic and international travelers year-round. Now, before we move on to the next destination, here's a fun question for you. What is the traditional dwelling of Mongolian people called? Comment your guess. Winding gently through the expansive steppe, the river nourishes the soil and supports diverse plant life along its banks. Historical ruins found nearby reveal the deep cultural significance this waterway held for ancient nomadic civilizations. Seasonal rains swell the river, creating vibrant habitats for birds and small wildlife that depend on its presence. Nomads have relied on the fresh water for centuries, moving their herds close to the river during dry months. Peaceful and serene, the flowing waters offer a rare glimpse of life flourishing amid Mongolia's vast arid plains. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Protected status was first given to a small 69 square kilometer area in 1965, even before broader conservation measures began. Deep Gorge lies at approximately 2,500 meters elevation, carved into ancient mountain slopes through millennia of flowing water. Narrowest parts of the canyon are barely wide enough for two people to pass side by side. Despite abundant sunshine across nearby regions, steep walls keep parts of the canyon in shade, throughout much of the year. Shaded conditions help preserve a thick sheet of ice that covers the stream, even during the warmer summer months. Small waterfalls form along the narrow passage, fed by melting snow and natural springs from surrounding rocky formations. Ice can persist well into summer, making it one of the rare locations with near-permanent glacial features in the region. Hidden among the rugged cliffs are endemic plants thriving in extreme microclimates, shaped by elevation and sheltering topography. Remote area has yielded important paleontological discoveries, including fossils and dinosaur skeletons dating back over 70 million years. Spectacular Canyon continues to be a unique natural monument, drawing visitors with its climate, geology, and striking landscape contrasts. Nestled in a dramatic gorge, one can descend approximately 22 meters through pine-dotted rock walls to reach the bottom. Approximately 20,000 years ago, tectonic movements combined with volcanic activity shaped this waterfall into its present form. Flow of water is seasonal and only begins after sufficient summer rain, making late July through August the most spectacular viewing time. Travelers coming from ancient capitals face a 4 to 5 hour journey over rugged terrain to arrive at the waterfall. Pathways from historic temple sites offer alternate access in just 2 to 3 hours, though terrain remains challenging. Rocky roads following the river prove difficult for many vehicles, requiring sturdy transport or resilient trekking. Long River nearby stretches more than 1,100 kilometers, rising from mountainous ranges and eventually joining a major downstream waterway. Freshwater ecosystems teem with various species of fish inhabiting the river's diverse habitats and changing currents. Cultural and historical importance tied to ancient empires earned this river valley a protected status and UNESCO recognition. Adventurers often set up camp nearby, enjoying scenic photography, exploring on horseback, or cycling along scenic routes. Anglers find quiet fishing spots near the falls, often catching local freshwater species in crystal-clear flows. Nomadic families living nearby welcome visitors, offering rare insight into traditional customs, cuisine, and daily routine. Rugged volcanic terrain adds to the waterfall's dramatic backdrop and provides adventurous paths for determined explorers. Architectural remembrances from centuries past blend with natural beauty to reinforce this waterfall's significance to locals and travelers. Rewarding journey through challenging landscapes culminates at this breathtaking waterfall, making the effort entirely worth the visit. Once a powerful imperial capital, this ancient city stood at the heart of a vast empire in Central Asia. It was strategically located on open grasslands near major trade routes, making it a center of commerce and diplomacy. For nearly a century, it served not only as a political command center, but also as a cultural and spiritual hub. The city was divided into distinct zones, including a royal residence, temples, administrative quarters, and merchant districts. Surrounded by walls and gates, its fortified layout reflected both military importance and urban sophistication of its time. Archaeological findings show evidence of complex infrastructure, including religious monuments, artisan workshops, and market areas. Despite its eventual fall in the 9th century, many structural remains still stand across the windswept steppe today. The ruins are part of a protected cultural landscape, recognized for their historical and archaeological significance worldwide. Stone foundations, wall fragments, and scattered artifacts reveal stories of a once thriving metropolis now claimed by nature. Long forgotten by history books, this site remains a silent monument to the ambition and legacy of a lost empire. Towering 40 meters into the Mongolian sky, the Genghis Khan equestrian statue is the world's largest of its kind. It stands proudly on the vast plains of Ongiin Gol River, just 54 kilometers east of Ulaanbaatar by paved road. This exact location wasn't chosen at random. Legend says Genghis Khan once found a whip here. In Mongolian belief, discovering a whip is a powerful sign of fortune, destiny, and future greatness. The statue faces east, toward the Khan's birthplace and the sunrise that once lit his first steps. In the distance, a smaller statue of his mother stands, as if forever watching her son ride into history. Built of 250 tons of stainless steel, the monument is more than sculpture. It's a declaration of national pride. You don't just stand below and gaze. You enter the belly of the beast and walk toward the sky through its neck. At the top, an open-air observation deck in the Horse's Head offers sweeping views of the Chuluu River Valley. You can see the Altai Mountains from here, a rugged land that once cradled a future conqueror. Inside the complex, you'll find portraits of the Khan dynasty and exhibits on Mongolian nomadic life. Guests can wear traditional Mongolian garments, explore souvenir shops, or dine inside the modern interior. Combining a visit to the statue with a trip to nearby Gorky Terelj National Park creates a full-day experience. Open year-round, the site welcomes travelers from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. in summer and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in winter. Have you ever listened to a tour guide tell the story of Genghis Khan while visiting the statue? If yes, comment 2. If no, comment 4. In the far west of the country, a massive mountain range rises like a fortress, marking the edge of the steppe. These towering peaks stretch for hundreds of kilometers, cutting through dry valleys and vast open plains. Many of the summits soar above 4,000 meters, wrapped in snow even during the hottest months of the year. At the highest points, glaciers glisten under the sun, slowly feeding icy rivers that carve the land below. The landscape is raw and immense. Ridges, cliffs, and plateaus shaped by wind, ice, and time. Unlike nearby regions beyond the border, this area receives little rainfall and supports a drier, harsher ecosystem. Forests are rare here. Instead, the land is ruled by alpine tundra, rocky outcrops, and highland grasslands. This is one of the last places where silence feels untouched, and nature still follows its own rhythm. The region also holds deep cultural significance, with thousands of stone carvings and ancient monuments scattered across the valleys. From burial mounds to standing stones, the land speaks of people who once called these mountains home. Some discoveries, preserved in ice, reveal burial sites untouched for over 2,000 years. Even today, archaeologists continue to uncover frozen traces of forgotten warriors and long-lost civilizations. This mountain range is not just a geographic feature. It's a living archive of nature, history, and identity. For those who venture here, the journey is not only across space, but deep into the story of an ancient land. The Gobi Desert is a vast semi-arid region that covers parts of Mongolia and China, spanning 1.3 million square kilometers. Despite being called a desert, the Gobi is rich in vegetation and supports both wildlife and nomadic human life. Unlike stereotypical deserts, only about 5% of the Gobi is covered in sand. Most of it is rocky and dry grassland. The terrain features diverse elements such as mountains, oases, riverbeds, salt flats, and cliffs filled with fossils. Temperatures in the Gobi Desert are extreme, dropping as low as -38 degrees Celsius during the coldest winter days. Due to its clear skies and dry air, the Gobi experiences massive day-to-night temperature swings year-round. Rainfall is rare, with the desert receiving an average of only about 7 inches of precipitation each year. The Gobi Desert is among the world's most important paleontological sites, famous for dinosaur eggs and fossils. Several extinct species were discovered here, and new fossils continue to emerge after rainstorms or sand shifts. Wildlife includes rare and endangered species like wild camel and Bactrian camels. The flora of the Gobi includes long-rooted plants such as saxaul trees and desert shrubs that survive droughts. Nomads living in the Gobi move frequently to find pasture, often using smaller gurs with minimal furnishings. The desert's vast openness offers 360-degree views of the landscape, with dramatic sunsets and crystal-clear night skies. Ancient trade routes from the Silk Road era still leave traces in the Gobi, along with ruins of old monasteries. We gather info from many sources. If something seems off, or you've got more to add, drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Grasslands along the river have supported numerous nomadic cultures that developed unique social, economic, and political systems. Rich archaeological sites provide valuable insights into prehistoric settlements dating back tens of thousands of years. Successive waves of nomadic peoples adapted harmoniously to the natural steppe environment over many centuries. Various empires established important political, trade, and cultural centers that connected distant civilizations across Eurasia. Archaeological remains include memorial sites, ancient capitals, and religious structures reflecting diverse historical periods. Early human activity in the valley demonstrates long-term occupation and continuous cultural evolution. Nomadic groups such as the Huns, Turkic peoples, and Uyghurs contributed to the region's dynamic heritage. Imperial capitals, built during the medieval period, served as grand administrative and ceremonial centers. Buddhist monasteries and hermitages illustrate the spiritual and cultural traditions maintained through centuries. Monastic complexes exemplify sustainable land management, deeply rooted in respect for life and nature. Religious practices influenced daily life and governance within the nomadic societies of the steppe. Trade routes passing through the valley facilitated cultural exchange between East and West civilizations. Historical monuments provide evidence of architectural and artistic achievements spanning various empires. Remnants of fortifications and city layouts reveal sophisticated urban planning in harsh steppe environments. Continuous preservation of cultural landscapes reflects the importance of balancing human activity with environmental sustainability. Khongoryn Els is a vast sand dune area stretching over 965 square kilometers in the desert region. The dunes rise dramatically, reaching heights of about 300 meters above the surrounding plains. Locals named the tallest dune the Singing Dune because of the unique sound created by wind moving over the sand. Adventurers typically opt for smaller dunes to witness the sand's mysterious tones when it moves in opposition to the wind. The sand dunes lie between green meadows, nourished by an underground-fed river and towering mountain ranges. East to west, the dunes stretch with other long dune formations connecting at their edges. Climbing to the top offers breathtaking views of the desert landscape, including stunning sunrises and sunsets. It usually takes about 1 hour to climb up and 3 hours to descend safely back to base. Early morning or late evening climbs are recommended to avoid the heat and make the experience more comfortable. To stay comfortable, visitors must bring water, shield their devices from sand, and stay at locations equipped with shower facilities for cleaning. Flaming cliffs display striking reddish-orange hues, especially vivid during sunset hours every single day. Found within a wide sedimentary basin located in the northern area of a major desert, cliffs present a unique geological feature. Alternating layers of sandy and calcareous rock compose cliffs, creating dramatic and beautiful natural formations. Red sediment layers give cliffs distinctive fiery appearance, inspiring well-known nickname among explorers and scientists. Area serves a significant boundary separating desert steppe zone above from desert basin floor below. Fossil discoveries dating back to late Cretaceous period have made cliffs globally important for paleontology. Abundance of dinosaur remains attracts researchers fascinated by ancient life preserved in surrounding sediments. Major scientific expeditions focus on uncovering prehistoric creatures that once inhabited this arid landscape. Sediment beds provide valuable insight into ecology and biodiversity of prehistoric eras, millions of years ago. While exploring cliffs, visitors visualize prehistoric worlds filled with dinosaurs roaming freely across expansive lands. Dramatic scenery combined with vibrant colors, creates popular destination for tourists and scientists alike. Unique geological and paleontological features contribute to Cliff's global scientific and cultural importance. Red-orange escarpment visible from great distances acts as distinctive landmark across desert region. Careful sediment studies help researchers understand prehistoric climate changes and ecosystem shifts over millennia. Do you know if there are any nearby accommodations or campsites for visitors? If yes, please share. Granite stone mountains rise sharply from flat plains, covering an expansive area of approximately 300 square kilometers. The highest peak, reaching 1,768 meters, is known as Tsagaan Suvarga, offering impressive views of the surrounding landscape. Mountain valleys are carved by numerous streams, some bordered by beautiful aspen groves growing between narrow gorges. Historical remains scattered throughout the mountains include ancient tombs, burial mounds, and rock inscriptions from various eras. These monuments date back to the Bronze Age, the Hun state, the Turkic state, and the Great Mongol Empire. Additionally, ruins of temples from the 17th to 19th centuries provide insight into the region's rich religious history. Wildlife thrives here, with wild mountain sheep and ibex frequently seen roaming the 15-kilometer long and 10-kilometer wide area. Wind-polished granite canyons and uniquely shaped rock formations create ideal spots for hiking, scrambling, and bouldering adventures. Several Jur camps are located nearby, offering visitors comfortable accommodations amid the dramatic rock landscapes. Camping enthusiasts enjoy the pristine nature surrounding the mountains, making it a perfect destination for outdoor activities. Elsen Tasarkhai is a remarkable semi-desert region where sand dunes blend seamlessly with surrounding forests and grasslands. Golden sand stretches for about 80 kilometers, creating a dramatic contrast with green vegetation during the spring months. Unlike vast desert regions in southern Mongolia, Elsen Tasarkhai offers a more compact yet diverse natural environment. Sand dunes rise from the plains like ocean waves, shaped by centuries of shifting winds and dry air. Forested areas composed mainly of birch and willow trees surround the dunes, adding unexpected lushness to the landscape. During spring, blooming wildflowers create colorful patterns that stand out vividly against the soft golden sand. The scenery presents a unique visual blend of arid terrain and patches of fertile ground filled with native plants. This contrast of ecosystems makes Elsen Tasarkhai a valuable natural example of Mongolia's ecological variety and resilience. The isolated patch of desert is nestled between mountains and flatlands, adding further variation to the landscape. Wind and time have shaped the dunes into elegant forms that change subtly throughout the day with sunlight. Soft ridges and hollows reflect sunlight in different shades, especially during sunrise and sunset over the dunes. The presence of both sand and forest makes the region ideal for observing transitions between dry and moist zones. Geological formations beneath the dunes contribute to the unique soil composition and plant distribution in this area. Seasonal weather patterns affect how the dunes appear, especially when occasional rain causes sprouts of greenery. Elsen Tasarkhai remains a visually stunning and ecologically important example of Mongolia's diverse and surprising natural beauty. Have you ever seen a giant stone carved with flying deer standing in the middle of the steppe? These are called deer stones, and they've stood silently across Mongolia for more than 2,000 years. Built by ancient nomads during the Bronze Age, these stones are some of the world's earliest ceremonial monuments. Most deer stones are over 6 feet tall, and some reach as high as 13 feet into the sky. What makes them special is the stunning engravings: deer with stretched legs, twisting antlers, and powerful movement. Archaeologists believe they were part of burial grounds, placed near tombs and stone mounds called kirgisurs. Mongolia has more deer stones than anywhere else in the world. Over 1,300 of them have been found so far. Each one is unique, with different carvings of animals, weapons, and symbols of life and death. Many experts think these stones honored warriors or spiritual leaders, linking the sky, earth, and underworld. Some are even connected to other ancient cultures that once roamed the vast Eurasian steppes. These monuments stood long before the Roman Empire or the rise of famous cities like Athens and Beijing. Can you imagine the people who carved them, standing in the same windswept valleys centuries ago? Even today, deer stones continue to inspire awe and wonder in those who visit them. So, if you ever walk the Mongolian steppe, keep an eye out. You might just meet one face to face. The monastery showcases intricate architecture that blends traditional Mongolian style with rich Buddhist influences from ancient times. Many monks and pilgrims have visited the site over centuries, making it a significant spiritual and educational center. Surrounded by majestic mountains, the peaceful environment offers visitors a sense of calm and deep cultural connection. Carefully preserved murals and statues inside reflect the monastery's historical importance and artistic heritage. With a height of roughly 20 meters, the granite monolith commands attention amidst the flat surrounding scenery. The rock holds over 150 inscriptions and petroglyphs in ancient scripts, offering valuable insight into the area's rich cultural and historical heritage. Stories from the region say a hero positioned the rock to defeat a giant serpent, which gives the site a magical meaning for visitors. From its summit, breathtaking panoramic views of the steppe and nearby river create a perfect place for reflection and photography. The Zaisan Memorial, built by the Russians, honors Soviet soldiers who died in World War II. Located on a hill south of Ulaanbaatar, the memorial offers panoramic views of the sprawling city below. Visitors must climb several hundred steps to reach the concrete ring that houses a large tiled mural. The site is popular with both local and tourists as a rewarding day trip from the city center. From the memorial, one can see the Chuluu River winding through the city and watch cranes reshape the skyline. Urban development has encroached on nearby protected land, making alternative hiking start points preferable. Ongiin Khiid Monastery, once a large religious complex, was destroyed in the 1930s during Mongolia's communist purges. After decades of abandonment and river diversion that dried the area, the monastery faced near oblivion and decline. Following Mongolia's democratization in 1990, 3 monks returned to rebuild the temple and revive Buddhist practices there. As the earliest Buddhist monastery still standing in Mongolia, it was founded in 1585 and holds immense religious and historical value. Originally, the complex housed up to 1,000 monks, with over 60 temples and hundreds of gurs within its walls. The monastery was severely damaged during the 1930s communist purges, but many sacred artifacts were secretly preserved by locals. Reopened in 1965 as a museum, it resumed religious activity after Mongolia's 1990 democratic revolution. Enclosed by a massive wall lined with 108 stupas, the site remains an important religious and cultural destination. Key structures include the Dalai Lama Temple, which features a Zanabazar statue and rare 17th century thankas. The monastery continues to function both as an active place of worship and a historical museum open to all. Khuvsgul Lake holds around 70% of Mongolia's fresh water and is considered one of the clearest lakes on Earth. Surrounded by pine-covered mountains and lying at 1,645 meters above sea level, the lake stretches 136 kilometers in length. Over 90 rivers flow into the lake, while only one river, Ongiin Gol, flows out and eventually reaches Lake Baikal. With its crystal clear water and untouched beauty, the lake has become a popular destination for nature lovers and eco-tourists. Barkhans are crescent-shaped sand dunes formed by unidirectional winds, commonly seen across the Gobi Desert in Mongolia. These sand dunes continuously shift and reshape over time, creating mesmerizing patterns across the arid landscape. Their formation reflects the dynamic interaction between wind, sand, and terrain in one of the world's most iconic desert environments. City began as a mobile monastery founded in 1639 by religious leaders aiming to unify Khalkha Mongols under spiritual authority. Movements occurred frequently, with the settlement shifting dozens of times along rivers before finding a permanent location in 1778. Religious center transformed into a settlement known as Iqkuri by 1706, including development of monastic and artisanal architecture. Urban growth continued through the 18th and 19th centuries, turning it into a regional hub for culture, trade, and administration. Strategic alignment with Qing rule elevated its status as a political center for the Khalkha nobility. Independence in 1911 brought recognition as Mongolia's capital, prompting its name change to Nislel Kuri. Revolutionary events of the early 1920s led to eventual renaming of the city to Ulaanbaatar in 1924. City's modern name means Red Hero, honoring revolutionary figures while reflecting political changes. Establishment of municipal governance followed shortly after, alongside early urban planning efforts. Soviet-style development shaped the city's mid-20th century architecture and city layout. Infrastructure, including apartment microdistricts, began emerging in the 1960s under planned growth strategies. Following democratic reforms in 1990, private property laws transformed urban land ownership patterns. City shape evolved from religious monastic origin toward political and economic capital of a modern nation. Completion of settlement in current location in 1778 marked transition from mobile camp to fixed capital. National celebrations today often commemorate founding as a religious encampment and sites of monastic heritage. As the sun sets over endless horizons, the spirit of Mongolia whispers through the windswept steppes. This is a land where history breathes, and every moment is a story waiting to be told. From the echoes of ancient empires to the quiet strength of today's nomads, Mongolia invites you to keep exploring, to walk paths less traveled, to feel the pulse of a timeless land, and to carry its spirit with you wherever you go. Thank you for journeying with us through the heart of Mongolia. Until next time, may your own adventures be as boundless as this vast and wild land.